So people who use eating as a stress relief know this really well. But I'm just going to explain a bit about the brain and how different parts work, and how we can maybe, when we know this, use it to stop that automatic eating or automatic thinking patterns. Hi, I'm Dr. Janny. I'm a medical doctor with a diploma in mental health, and I've recently started this YouTube channel, and today I'm outside because I'm not doing a blank wall, because apparently a blank wall is very newbie. But I'm not sure about outside. Maybe outside also a bit newbie. But we're just starting where we can with what we've got and seeing where it goes. So I've made little crib notes. I drew a tree. Well, it's not really a tree. It's supposed to be a brain. So this is the left hemisphere of your brain, which on my side would be here. But the way you're looking would be the other way. And here's the right side of the brain. So why you need to know a little bit of this is because the right side of the brain is traditionally known to be more emotional and to see more patterns. I'm really just like simplifying it now. Because in actual fact, the whole brain is involved in lots of things. Obviously, certain pathologies are very interesting to see when people lose certain parts of their brain. But in general, the right brain is patterns and emotions, and the left brain is responsible for language and logic. So you can imagine when there's emotional situation that has occurred, sometimes people can't put it into language because then it has to go from the right brain to the left brain and then be, made into logic and language. And I think, as everyone knows, emotions are sometimes not logical. They are more right-brained, illogical. Sometimes we can't say exactly why we feel a certain way. So that's why it helps to use other methods like creativity. I'm going to a creativity thing today. And these little earrings are actually real paint. You can actually really paint with them. So I'm quite excited for that. But that's why I really like creativity, because then you don't need language. So sometimes if you feel a certain way, so instead of going to food, because I know not everyone is like this, but when you're stressed out, you sometimes automatically want to go to food. But I would encourage you next time when you feel you need food, obviously if you're not really hungry, people that do use the stress as their eating tool know this. Well, I hope you do. Maybe you should just take a moment before you eat something and just ask, am I hungry or am I actually feeling something? And then even just drawing something on a piece of paper, like I'm feeling stressed, then you draw, even if it's like you can draw a monster or you can draw a scribble. They also say if you feeling something and you are able to put it into words, try and say the word, like I'm feeling overwhelmed. And then you can also go and draw it, or you can even just say it, or I'm feeling stressed out, I'm feeling sad about something. Or even if you say out loud, I don't know what I'm feeling, before you just go to food to medicate it. And then another thing that I'm supposed to say is there's also a top brain where it's mostly in the frontal cortex here, and the lower parts of the brain. So the lower parts of the brain are survival. So if you touch a hot stove, you quickly go away and you didn't actually think about it because it didn't go to the higher parts of your brain. You just automatically, like that was just an automatic reflex. So also people that are very stressed out about food, not about food, but if they use food to medicate, to actually make you feel better, then what happens is if you feel very stressed out, your top part of your brain, like the higher functioning brain, actually goes a bit offline. So then you are actually really not thinking straight. So that's why it's sometimes very difficult to actually make informed decisions because you're just really stressed out. So this is offline. So automatic survival parts, just tell yourself, I'm not safe. And previously you have learned that food helps you feel a bit more safe. So then you automatically reach for the food. So when you feel stressed out, a good thing to do, that's what we say about the breathing as well, because you first want to make yourself feel safe. So you have to practice this to be able to do it when you are stressed out, because it's unfair to think that you're going to do it when you are stressed out. So to practice something like that, even if it's just 3 deep breaths, in and out, in and out, in and out. And you can tell yourself, I'm feeling sad, or you can tell yourself, I am feeling. And also when you say I'm feeling sad, it's also better than saying I am sad, because then you are recognizing that you are feeling something and you're not totally involved in that something. So I hope I'm making a bit of sense with the top part of the brain and the bottom part of the brain. So it's the survival, the reptilian part of the brain, like the automatic parts. So sometimes if you're feeling a lot of emotions, the top part of your brain cannot process what you are feeling. But if it's feeling not like you're not safe, then you first need to feel safe in your body. But when you can recognize, I am feeling something, I want to use this feeling, and I want to eat something. When you recognize that, there's a moment there where you can pause and you can say, I'm not hungry, I'm safe. And then you can do something else. You can move your body, you can use creativity, you can put music on. There's something that you can do. And then when you are in a moment where you can process that feeling, maybe draw a picture about it, or paint about it, or just move in a certain way about it. I know sometimes it sounds like a bit wishy-washy, but through the years, I've really noticed that these things aren't as wishy-washy as what we believe them to be initially. And also, now there's science and studies actually proving that these things work, that stress often doesn't just live in the body. It's if you move your body in a certain way, it's not just, people say it's all in my head. I understand that maybe there's no bodily cause, but your head is very important if that's the cause. But maybe sometimes you don't even know what it is, because maybe you haven't had a chance to put it into logic and language. And that's where creativity is a great way to just start doing something. Or if you're more of a dancer, which is really cool, then dance about it. Make a dramatic display. If I could dance, I might do that. But I mean, even if you're not a dancer, you can move your body in a certain way. You can paint about it, you can draw about it. So what I'm trying to say is there's a lot more to the brain. And sometimes those automatic thoughts are because your brain is not feeling safe, or you're just bypassing logic, or it's just a pattern that you've learned over and over again. I know one of the big things is trying to stop ants. I just remember the acronym ANTS, but it's automatic negative thoughts. And a lot of the times those happen a lot when we're stressed out, because the top part is down. So we're not thinking straight, literally not thinking straight. And then the ants, the automatic negative thoughts, they just come easily. So the thing is, we need to stop the ants from overtaking our brain. So stopping automatic negative thoughts. And we can do this. So it's just becoming aware of it is the first step. And then practicing it. And then maybe incorporating some creativity, and not a Picasso artwork piece, just a scribble on a piece of paper, and breathing for 4 minutes is also okay. So I just wanted to make people aware about the different parts of the brain, and that even if you can't express exactly what you are feeling and what you need, there are other ways to do it. And I hope this helps a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go see what Chantal has planned with our creativity day. Cool.